Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another This Week in Valorant. I'm Tdawgg, your host. And again, this week, a little more quiet than last week, you know what I mean? Not as much exposure, not as much, crazy shit going on. But we do have some stuff to cover. And like I said, with the old format, or the new format that I'm doing in the last video, we're going to be doing the Valorant-based stuff, and then we're going to kind of go to the Twitter-based stuff, or kind of drama per se, right? So last week was week 2 of the VCT group stage. As you can see here are your standings. I'm not necessarily surprised with any of these. This is all kind of like expected for me. I think that with Xset beating NRG pretty convincingly, I think that Xset will go 5-0 in this group stage. With that being said, I think this group is going to be a little more bloodier now that I've kind of seen it played out. Really, like, there's a lot of firepower in this group, and there is in this group too. But this group is like more like new talent. You know what I mean by that? Like, whether you want to say what you want to say about the guard, I still think they're relatively new. Ghost is new to this level of play, right? I mean, they've been scrimming it, and they occasionally play these teams in the lower matches. But I'm talking VCT, 100 Thieves new roster, NRG new roster, TSM new roster, Xset veterans. So I kind of think that this will play out the way that it is playing out. I really want to see more out of the guard. I think that they're at a huge disadvantage because they showed basically everything that they had at Iceland. And, whether you want to say anything about them, I think that it is still complete bullshit that the guard had to play Optic in the first round of Iceland. I think that should have never happened. I don't know why it happened. I don't know why no one changed it, but, we're here. So our upcoming matches this weekend, we have the guard versus TSM, LG versus EG. These matches are going to be exciting to watch today. I'm looking forward to them. And then Saturday we have like some big name like matchups: Sentinels versus Optic. So kind of like, the old #1 team versus the new #1 team. And then we have 100 Thieves versus Xset. I think that'll be a good chance for 100 Thieves to prove themselves, try to take Xset to 3 maps or even win. Sunday we have FaZe versus Cloud9 and Ghost versus NRG. So again, two more solid ass matchups that I'm looking forward to. But with VCT, it really is anybody's game. It really is anybody's game. I see Optic qualling. I see LG qualling. And other than that, I can't, really confirm anybody out. You know what? That's a lie. I could confirm that Sentinels is out. Sentinels will not qual. I believe Sentinels has Optic and Cloud9 left. They have Optic, FaZe, and Cloud9. I think they can beat FaZe. Maybe there's a world where like they ingest some sort of like forbidden G fuel or like do a ritual and they beat Cloud9. They're not beating Optic. I just think Sentinels is out. Again, kind of the same situation of, having Konpekian. Obviously, it's not as easy as everybody thinks as you just play the game. There's a lot that goes into it. I think that their comps are outdated and they're bad. And they really just need to. I don't know what the fix is. It's something internal. It's something internal that we necessarily don't know. I don't know who's making the comps. I don't know why they're making the comps. My philosophy has been, if you can't be flexible and learn new agents and excel, you shouldn't have the word professional in your bio on any platform. That's just my opinion, though. The guard have got on to a really slow start, and they still have a lot of good teams to play. I don't want to count them out just yet, but it is definitely possible that they, kind of just like had a serious, halt in progress after losing Iceland. So I'm hoping that Valorant can say some words of inspiration, get everybody hyped up, and they go from there. Even though Ghost is 5th here, They're still +6 on the round differential. I think that Ghost has a chance to make it. If one of these three teams messes up a lot. So what's Ghost's head to head? So they have TSM and NRG. Okay, so it's all of them are head to head. So Ghost has to play all. Ghost has theoretically played their two harder teams, right? Being Xset and the Guard, if that's what you want to argue. So TSM, 100 Thieves, NRG, all rosters with role changes and player changes recently. I could see Ghost, getting into here and making the main event. Another tournament that I wanted to highlight on was the Knights Monthly. So this is a tournament that happens, once a month. BBG Academy went all the way and beat Lenny Time in a best of 3. But, there are a lot of big teams in here. And this kind of goes to show you how versatile and how basically just enriched the tier 2 and tier 3 scene is with all of these free agent teams. It really is impressive. And what I mean by that is Lenny Time goes from an overtime game against Vexo Esports to 2-0ing NYFU, 2-0ing TSM Academy, 2-0ing Trade Like Pros, and then losing in the finals to another signed team. There's a lot of good, free agent teams as well. Squirrel Warriors, Cosmic Divide, they went far. And, with that tweet, and the reason that I didn't include the tweet about the 8 teams or like 10 teams that NA has for this potential franchising thing is just because, like, I don't really know how concrete it is yet. I'll probably go over it next video. But it's just nice to see, these free agent teams competing in these tournaments and doing well in them as well. Again, kind of like 2 early exits from NYFU and Knights. Knights did only play a best of 1, which I think is kind of shitty that that's the format, but it is what it is. I don't really see why this can't be a best of 3, both of these, but again, I'm not a TO, so maybe it's time restriction, whatever the day is. Technically, I don't think it was. Maybe it is a school day for some people, but with with these tournaments, it's very important that if you are a free agent or aspiring player, you're trying to get in these. Even if you're not a set piece on one of these rosters, filling is good, trialing is good, getting your name out there is good, and it's really important. So again, make sure that you're paying attention to, this Knights circuit where they have the weeklies, they have the monthlies, and again, you're kind of you're kind of playing to get into this here. So this is deemed on invite and points, I believe. I don't know how I can see the points. It should pop up when I click the event. Standings, here we go. So, here are your teams that are going to be playing in these. The green bar means that they're in, the red bar means that they're out. So, playing in these again is very important because a team like Lenny Time and a team like Clanless and a team like Stasis, Cosmic Divide, Nearest Airport, all these other free agent teams, it's very important to get into this main event and play teams like Ghost and play teams like Knights and 100 Thieves, right? NYFU. I want to take a step into the Twitter realm here. You could say what you want to say about this. I'm mainly bringing this up because one of my close friends was involved in this, but it's just, again, it's just something that I personally, think that it's a little silly to tweet. I'm sorry, but if you team with anyone that does this, they clearly don't have passion for the game and won't be of any asset to your team. And it's about Kasche tweeting saying that after he competes at the Chicagoland, he's going to be quitting competitive Valorant again. The game is not fun to grind, and I cannot get the opportunity to compete and improve. And then he has a good tournament, and he tweets that he's going to keep grinding, and he's LFT. So the replies are kind of just like laughing at him. I really like what Jasper says here. I'm not going to say it out loud, but, a lot of people are defending him, which I like to see. Just because, like, UnholyKid is a ranked troll. I'll give it to him. He's played on his fair share of free agent teams, but it's just like tiring just seeing these people's takes on Twitter where like this is like a picture that they post and it just like gets 2 likes, you know what I mean? It's just like these are the guys like, sharing their opinion and telling you what you should do or what you shouldn't do. Just like vaping and like drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade and like his like grandma's condo. There's like a live laugh love sign right here. Like family pictures. This kid's like 7. Um, but again, do your best to kind of like tone this type of stuff out, if you are the person being called out. Um, what's funny about Cash is that Cash is a little bit of a hothead. So I was like pretty proud that he kind of says a very like passive reply to this instead of like, trying to clap back or like yelling at him and shit. But again, it's just not really like something that you should tweet, Just no point, right? There's just simply no point to, saying this type of stuff. Again, on Twitter, you aren't a lawyer, you're not a judge, you're not a jury, and your opinion does not matter. So as long as you know those 4 things, I'm fine with that. But again, just something that I wanted to touch base on, whether it's ranked shit talking, Twitter shit talking, if it isn't provoked, just don't start it. You know what I mean? Like, if you are really upset about this guy quitting the game or saying that he wants to quit and then getting inspired and not quitting, send it to like your group chat or like your like private Discord with your friends where you like, you know what I mean? Like just put it in that. There's no need to like post it online. And again, like I understand that UnholyKid is like a teenager and he doesn't think, but I'm just trying to give some advice to the people watching this video. Now, I want to talk about Mr. Funhaver here. The reason that I want to talk about Mr. Funhaver is because he is trying to make a replacement for ranked. Not only do I applaud this, but if I was a Riot employee and this popped up on my timeline, I would get a stomach ache. Not only is Mr. Funhaver doing this, but people have done this in the past. I have done this in the past. I have made my own 10-mans with a couple of my friends. KVL with SFX, Knights Valorant, League. Everybody's always trying to make a replacement for ranked. In beta of this game, there was Face It, where you could basically play custom lobbies, right? All banned, all taken away, all not allowed by Riot. Your game is bad. Your ranked, not your game, your ranked system is bad. Do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it, or these people will that actually give a shit and have passion. Stop releasing bundles every week and do something about ranked. It is in a state of instability. Let me show you guys something real quick. Ranked is in a state where I unironically have this. This is the dodge list. I have hundreds of boosted players, bad players, racists, toxic people. It's like, I'm not the only one who has that. You know what I mean? I'm probably the only one who has one that in depth, but there's a website called like DodgeList.io or whatever, right? So hats off to Mr. Funhaver for trying to make this league. I haven't played in it yet. I am going to play in it soon. I just haven't really, it's not just like lined up with my schedule the times that they have been playing. But again, I think this is like a nice little like, warning sign for Riot. Wake up. Adding another rank could potentially be good. I don't think that a role queue or a cascade queue would be good. I don't want to play League of Legends. I want to play Valorant. Whether anyone thinks otherwise, something that I do want to add into that point is we will never get rid of the Jet insta-lock and the Reyna insta-lock. It's a part of the game. It's simply a part of the game. What we can do is educate it. And I posted this tweet last night saying, the agents that you can play on each map instead of Reyna so you can have more impact And then again, you know, I get people posting their like gold stats. You know what I mean? Like, this guy just accidentally dropped 29 kills, and he said he's had enough of the Reyna slander. It's like, yeah, bro. Having an agent with no utility whatsoever is so beneficial to have. So beneficial. Especially when you have music playing and you're not talking. It's like a bonus. It's like bonus points. You know what I mean? But I really do hope that the problems in ranked are noticed and Riot does something about it. We had another exposure situation. Apparently, DMs of 2 years ago were leaked about this person. And I guess at the time he was 21 trying to talk to a 17-year-old. Again, kind of just like base what you do online based on the parameters of what is right and what is wrong, you know? So if you are a little alone or sexually frustrated or confused, don't go prowling and hunting for people who might be inexperienced in that field or open to that field, right? Kind of want to go for somebody, you know, in your age group. You know, be careful about what you say and how you say it. And do not get in a Discord call and show your penis or any other genitalia that you want to show. Don't do that. Reprive here says he apologized for taking so long in addressing such sensitive matter. In regards to including several people, I want to admit to my faults in the situation. I am sincerely sorry to all the pain my actions and words caused you. I'm sorry to all the people I've been toxic to and ranked. I value words now, and I acknowledge how powerful words can be. I could probably say I'm no longer the same person I was 2 years ago. I've changed and grown a lot since then. I'm humbly going to prove I have changed and will continue growing while taking some time to fully self-reflect on becoming a better person. So Reprive has a running thing of having an ego and talking shit in ranked. Something that I've personally experienced. He'll call you a nobody. He'll call you a random. He'll talk about his follower count and everything like that. And then, you know, this exists. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't really be talking shit when, like, you know, unironically, like, yeah, you know what I mean. Just be better. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. Think about what you say and what you do. If you want to make gaming, content creation, being a pro player, a career, you got to treat it like that. You're not 13 anymore. You're not getting on Xbox, playing Call of Duty, and screaming slurs and threats into your mic, right? That's not a thing anymore. You gotta stop. We gotta evolve as humans, okay? We did it. Once we were crawling on the ground, now look at us walking on two legs. You know what I mean? It took fucking 400 million years, but we're here. I don't think that, you know, changing your vocabulary and acting normal is going to take 400 million years. Maybe it will, but again, just a word of advice. Just if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all. You don't need to weigh in on things that trend on Twitter because you're not a judge, you're not a jury, you're not a lawyer, and your opinion doesn't matter, especially when you're spewing negative bullshit. But yeah, that wraps up episode 7 of This Week in Valorant. Some of you have been asking if I got a new chair. No, I did not get a new chair. This is a old broken chair that my brother gave to me. I'm still looking to get a new chair. If you have a Prime subscription, you can use it on my Twitch. That'd be really beneficial. My back is starting to hurt. Not only from the chair, but having to carry everyone in ranked as well. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. Tdawgg out. Deuces.